Welcome to the 13th of March, 2024. My name is Jimmy Bradbury. I help entrepreneurially minded people who feel stuck in a 9-to-5 job, or maybe it's a business they own and it feels like a job. I help them take their knowledge and experience on a topic that they're really passionate about. It could be a skill set, it could be a hobby, it could be something that they just really enjoy doing. They want to be able to take that knowledge and experience to be able to help other people with it and get paid doing it. So today I'd love to talk about what I call the curse of knowledge. It happens to us all. It really does. And it happened to me today. The curse of knowledge is you have got knowledge on a certain topic. And because you've got that knowledge, because you've studied it or you've implemented it or whatever it might be, you think everybody else has got that knowledge and experience too. And that's why it becomes a curse. So I was on a call with one of my group coaching clients today. They're at the beginning of their journey. It's a 12-week program I've got to help them from knowing zero about building an online business. They've just got an idea. They want to get online. They want to start sharing their knowledge and experience, and they want to be able to monetize that into an online business. So we're on our first call today, and I was going around the table or around the Zoom, 20 people on the Zoom call. And I was asking them who they thought was their ideal customer. And most of them knew what it is they wanted to do. They want to play guitar. They want to teach other people how to play the guitar. One person was a yoga teacher. She wants to teach other people how to do yoga in an online capacity. So most of the people in the group, in the 20, knew what their thing was. They had downloaded my free piece of content, which I'll put again here in the link below in the comments. So they knew what their thing was, their business idea. What is it they want to share with the world and be able to help other people? And in doing so, be able to build a profitable online business. So when we got probably halfway through the session today, I started talking about their ideal customer, who their ideal customer was. And I got caught into where I know my ideal customer is. I know specific, but I've been doing this for 5 years, and I know who my ideal customer is not. So it helps me have that kind of understanding of who I want to talk to in terms of getting into my programs, because I know I can help them, and who not, because in the online space, you just can't help everybody. And if you try, you'll fail miserably. We all know that. We all know that in the online space. So you have to be super clear about, in this case, this example, your ideal customer. But we're in first session, and I assumed everybody else was, only to find that most people weren't. So here are 3 things that if you are teaching or you're sharing or you're helping, or even if you're just at home with your children, you're giving them some guidance on a topic they need help with. Do not assume that they already understand what it is you're talking about. That makes common sense, I know, but it's not necessarily common practice, and we all fall into it. And I did this morning, thinking they knew this. But we have to do 3 things. Number 1, when that happens to us, we have to catch ourselves and say, oh my gosh, I've assumed right now that that person knew what I was talking about. So what you got to do, I believe, is take yourself back to where you were at the time that the person who is looking for your help is. So in my case, I need to zoom back to 2018 to understand, how am I going to work out who my ideal customer was? And what do I need to do? Who do I need to ask? Where do I need to get the help from somebody who's going to be able to explain this to me in very simple terms? How did I feel back at that time in 2018 when I couldn't work out who my ideal customer was? Didn't help me, because I had various different ideas about, what I wanted to do. But when that settled down, even, I knew clearly what I wanted to do, but I wasn't clear who my ideal customer was. How did that feel? How did I feel? I felt really at loss. I really did. I was struggling because I couldn't identify who it was. I didn't have the copy. I didn't have the messaging. I wasn't giving out the right, communication. And my business struggled at the beginning, like most people do. So what it is your customer or your prospect or whoever it is you're talking to is needing help with, take yourself back to where you were at the time they are. Okay, so take yourself back. Be aware of the issue, be aware of the knowledge you've got, but also remind yourself, it's not so much about the knowledge you've got now in this particular moment, it's more about helping your ideal customer or your prospect back where they are now in their journey, number one. Number two, do not use jargon. Don't use jargon that people can't understand. I use this example, and I did on my call today with my group. If you cannot explain what it is you do in 2 sentences to a 7-year-old kid, you're doing it wrong. If you cannot explain in 2 sentences what you do and how you help people to a 7-year-old kid, you're doing it wrong. The point there is keep it really, really simple. Part of the problem that many people have in the online space is they confuse things by using all of this jargon. It's a bit like, and I like them dearly, is financial advisors. Have you ever been with a financial advisor? I love them, but don't they use so much jargon that you come out of the meeting thinking, I've got $1,000, £1,000, £1,000, €1,000. I want to invest it. And they come up with all these different instruments and this different jargon. And you come out of it, oh my gosh, all I wanted to do was invest my $1,000. Please make it simple for me. You've got to avoid that jargon as well. Common one for me is, and I don't do it now, is when I was, in the early days, I would talk to the beginners, not the advanced clients that I've got who are, doing 6 and 7 figures, not those people, but certainly the people that are beginning. I would talk to them about funnels, this word in the online space called funnels. And they kind of look at you as though, what, funnels? Or I might even talk to things about paid ads, paid ads? What is all that about? And depending on who you're talking to, make sure not to use this jargon that's going to complicate things. So in the case of funnels now, I just say, well, I've got a process. It can help you earn income 24/7. It's all automated. You just need to set it up. I'll show you how the process is. That makes a lot of sense to them. But if you say, I'll show you how to do funnels, and you're just beginning, it'll just be a blank. There'll just be a total blank. So make sure that you're not using jargon, number 2. Number 3, always get the affirmations for people, not just the nodding heads. Do you get this? In my case this morning, do you know what an ideal customer is? Have we kind of really made that clear for everybody? Yeah. Okay, so Joe, Mary, Barbara, tell me who your ideal customer is. Give me that feedback so that they fully understand what it is you're helping them with, not just the nodding heads. They actually are able to articulate clearly what it is they've understood. So you're not just teaching or coaching or helping, they've understood it. And that's super important to be able to help them get that knowledge and really understand it. And they're actually able to read it back to you. Those 3 things are going to help you enormously if you get caught in that place, which we all do, which is what I call the curse of knowledge. You've got knowledge and experience on a certain topic, whatever that might be, being a parent with your children, being a coach in helping your students, being a client coach in helping your customers. Whatever it might be, you've got knowledge and experience. Do not assume that everybody else has got the same level of knowledge and experience as you've got. In fact, they've come to you to get help on a matter that they don't understand fully. Your job is to be able to help them do that. So 3 things: take yourself back to where they are, understand their position, get inside their head and understand where it is they're coming from and where they're trying to get to. Number 2, don't use complicated jargon. Don't be that person that comes up with all of these fancy buzzwords, algorithms, AI, all of that stuff. No, keep it really simple when you're talking to people who are, especially at the beginning. Make it really simple for them. Don't use jargon words. And number 3, get that affirmation, get them to feedback to what it is they've understood. because understanding is absolutely key to being able to help them with the knowledge that you're sharing with them. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today on this, what is it, Wednesday now, the 13th of March. If you want to start an online business and you want to figure out what your thing is, your business idea, I'll put a link below here in the comments where you can download for free my 6-page guide that will show you how it is you can put together your thing. Hopefully that's been helpful for you today, wherever you are in the world. Have a great day, and I look forward to talking to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.